I've got to watch every Eala as well. She has made her debut here over the last couple of years, and she's won some matches here. Out of all the clay tournaments, this might be her best.
Karolína Plíšková, former world number 1 and 2-time Grand Slam finalist, one of the most feared servers in the history of women's tennis. She scrolls through the Madrid draw, and then she stops her eyes lock onto a name in the first round. Alexandra Eala, instant regret, nightmare draw, because this isn't just any opponent on any surface. This is a player who grew up on this exact red clay, a player personally shaped by the king of clay himself, Rafael Nadal. Karolína Plíšková just got drawn against a 20-year-old Spaniard. Raised talent in Nadal's backyard. If she's not panicking right now, she absolutely should be. Today, we're breaking down exactly why this first-round match could be the most dangerous encounter of Karolína's entire comeback. Let's be clear, Karolína is a legend, former world number 1 Wimbledon finalist, US Open finalist, and one of the most complete players of her generation. Her serve has terrified opponents for over a decade. Nobody is questioning what she's built, but in 2026 the reality is different. Pliskova is in Madrid on a protected ranking, fighting to prove she still belongs at this level. She needed a kind draw. Instead, the tennis gods handed her the worst possible scenario, a hungry 20-year-old in the form of her life on clay in Spain, trained by the Nadal family. If there was one player in this entire draw Karolína did not want to see in the first round, it was Alexandra Eala. The 2026 Madrid Open runs from April 21st to May 3rd, the biggest WTA 1000 clay event before Roland Garros. The field is stacked with stars like Sabalenka, Rybakina, Swiatek, and Pegula, but while the world focuses on the top seeds, this first-round clash between Pliskova and Eala is already generating massive buzz, and for good reason. This isn't just a tennis match, it's a story about legacy, mentorship, and a young player forged in Spain by the greatest clay court dynasty in tennis history. Alexandra Eala, currently ranked world number 45 and representing the Philippines, is back in Madrid, and she is not here to lose quietly. Here is what should genuinely frighten any opponent facing her on clay. At just 13 years old, Alexandra Eala left the Philippines and moved to Mallorca, Spain to train full-time at the Rafa Nadal Academy. She didn't visit, she didn't do a camp, she lived there. She trained there every single day, absorbing the principles of clay court dominance that made Nadal a legend. The academy runs on one simple rule: there is no difference between a training session and a high-stakes match. That intensity, that discipline, that relentless clay court mentality, it was drilled into Eala before she even turned 15, but it gets even better in the lead up to this clay season. Rafael Nadal himself stepped on court with her, the 14-time French Open champion, the man with 63 clay titles, the player who has dominated these exact Madrid courts, winning the title 5 times, personally trained Alexandra Eala.
So special for me. Obviously, training with Rafa is something that people and young kids can only dream about. So it was such a pleasure to share the court with him. He gave me some tips on my forehand and a few other small advices. This is the first time I've ever hit with him in my life, and it's just a memory that will last forever.
Tony Nadal, the legendary coach who guided Rafael Nadal to the vast majority of his 14 French Open titles, is now formerly part of Eala's coaching team. Tony was in her box during her stunning run at the 2025 Miami Open. He was on court with her in Mallorca in the clay court training camp just weeks before this tournament. Eala herself said, "It's so great, and we're so blessed to have Tony as part of the team." If you had told me that years ago, my mind would have been blown. The Nadal family's clay court wisdom, built over 2 decades of the most dominant surface performance in tennis history, is now flowing directly into Alexandra Eala's game ahead of Madrid. Let that sink in. Those are not just statistics, those are the numbers of a man who turned clay into his personal empire for nearly 2 decades. 5 Madrid Open titles, 10 Rome titles, 11 Monte Carlo titles, a 14-0 record in French Open finals. He has never once lost a Roland Garros final. And that man, that brain, that philosophy, that clay court DNA has been poured directly into Alexandra Eala's preparation for this tournament. When Karolína Plíšková looks across the net on that Madrid clay, she is not just facing a 20-year-old from the Philippines, she is facing years of Nadal's clay court education, standing on 2 legs, and beyond the Nadal connection there is the simple, undeniable fact that Spain is Alexandra Eala's second home. She knows the feel of Spanish red clay, she knows how the ball behaves at Madrid's altitude, she knows the rhythm, the patience, the grind. That Clay demands because she has been living it since she was a teenager. She even trained alongside world number 2 EGAT at the Rafa Nadal Academy. Just weeks before this, Clay swung the woman widely considered the best clay court player in women's tennis. Right now, the Spanish crowd knows her story. They watched her grow up at the Nadal Academy. There is every chance they treat her as one of their own in that arena. And on clay with a crowd behind you, that is worth extra games before a ball is struck. Is walking into Eala's world. Tactically only path in this match is to be aggressive from the very first ball, serve big, take the ball early, and end points before Eala can settle, because the moment rallies get long on clay. This match belongs to Eala. Her heavy topspin forehand, her footwork refined over years in Mallorca, her ability to construct points from deep in the court, all of that becomes more dangerous with every extra shot. Tony Nadal worked specifically on Eala's movement and ball feel-in. The Prelay camp and Eala confirmed, "We worked a lot on feeling the ball and moving well. I think I'm moving better than I did last year. Better movement." Nadal's tactical mind, home conditions, revenge motivation, every factor points the same way. This match is bigger than a first-round result. Eala has Madrid and Rome as her runway before Roland Garros, the French Open. She has already beaten world number 2 at the 2025 Miami Open. She has proven she can compete with the very best on any surface. Now she needs to stamp her authority on clay, and a dominant win over a former world number 1 powered by Nadal's coaching on Spanish soil would be one of the loudest statements she could possibly make heading into the Paris. Clay, the student of the King of Clay, winning in the King's Kingdom. The story writes itself. Our prediction: Eala wins this comfortably. Straight sets. She is on her surface in her city, armed with the clay court knowledge of the greatest player this sport has ever seen on dirt. Pliskova walked into a trap the moment this draw was made, and frankly she knew it the second she saw Eala's name. That is the instant regret, that is the panic, and that is why this first round match might just be one of the most compelling stories of the entire Madrid Open. If you believe Eala is about to make a massive statement in Madrid, smash that like button, subscribe right now, and ring the bell for every update, and drop your score prediction in the comments. How badly does Eala win this? Let us know below. Let the debate begin now that you know the full story. A trained on Spanish clay since she was 13, shaped by the Nadal family, playing in her second home. Do you think even stands a chance? Or is this already over before it begins? Can Pliskova's legendary serve save her on clay against a Nadal-trained 20-year-old hungry for revenge? Eala ready to go all the way in Madrid? Or will nerves get the better of her in this big moment? Drop your predictions in the comments right now. Straight sets Eala or stunning upset? Who wins and what's the score? Let us know. We read every single comment.